What's going on guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I thought I'd do a little follow-up on one of the previous videos I made, which was how to cop on Nike sneakers. That video gained a lot of traction and I think it's sitting at about 50k views. So I thought I'd use this as an opportunity to go over some of the frequently asked questions which came up in my DMs and also in that comment section, and also give you an updated 2021 version so you guys are up to date on the best way on how to cop. Now, disclaimer before we start, obviously this doesn't make you 100% guaranteed to make every single cop, and I think a lot of people were under that impression when I made the last video, but this video definitely increases your chances and makes it a bit easier for you to cop than the average person. Also, I want to start a new vlogging series which I guess you could consider it the life of a sneaker reseller, just going over the daily things that sneaker resellers do to increase profits and obviously cop as many shoes as we can. I'll give you some secrets on what to do if you don't cop for retail, how to get the cheapest resale prices, and just give you little tips along the way from someone who's a bit more experienced and who does this stuff regularly. I've noticed there's been like an increase of subscribers onto my channel, so if this is the first time that you're coming into sneakers, this video will definitely be very helpful for you. As always here, if you are new here or if you haven't done so already, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And I'm so close to 5k followers, which I'd love to hit by the end of the month, so if you could help me then that would mean the world. And also, as I said, I am doing more vlogs now, so make sure you hit the bell button down below to be notified when I upload a new video. So without further ado, let's go into the video now. So guys, let me show you my updated sneaker collection, and as you can see from my previous video, it's exactly the same. Now I've got some boxes down there which need filling. These 6 down here, they're all empty, and I'd love to know what you guys think I should fill them up with, so make sure you leave a comment and tell me what your personal favourite shoe is so I can add them into my collection. I'm looking to update this collection and maybe give it a new display. Obviously if you see my previous video you know that I've got those shoes there, which is basically my grail. But I love to display them somehow, so yeah, leave it in the comments as well what you guys do with your sneaker displays. So guys, in my DMs and in my comment section I always get a lot of questions saying, well, I wanted this drop and I didn't get it and I'm not willing to pay extortionate resale prices. What's the best and the cheapest way to actually get those shoes? So you can see, just for example, these are the Air Jordan 1 University Blues. Quite a hyped release, and you can see that I entered it as well, but I was sold out. So I'm going to show you guys what, in my personal opinion, is the best and cheapest way to get authentic resale shoes for good prices. So if I show you my screen now on StockX, you can see that, for example, in a size 10 the last sale was £332. Now if you select your size here, you can obviously see that they're all different prices, and that's basically dependent on what sizes are most valuable and what people want the most. But a lot of people don't know this about StockX, is that they see this price and they automatically think that, oh, that shoe is worth that much. But if you go on to buy here, you can see they actually hit you with some fees here, which is processing fees and shipping fees. This is GOAT. This is another reselling platform, another one which prices are quite high because they guarantee that your shoes will be authentic. In the same size you're looking at about $455 if you want them to ship it to GOAT first for verification. They also have an option which is pre-verified, which means that the shoes are already verified as authentic and they'll go directly from the priority processing to you. So I've just opened the marketplace app and I've already got it set here because that's my today's picks, because that's what I've been looking at. But you can also use a search button up there to search for what you want to. Straight away I can see these shoes here, which is the same thing, which is a University Blue Jordans, and this is a size 9, so the same size as StockX and GOAT, but this one is set on £350 as well. But the thing about Facebook is that you can message a seller and you can directly negotiate with them in order to get the best price. So back to the topic of the video, which is how to actually increase my chances from winning from Nike sneakers. So if you are trying to win from Nike sneakers directly, it is becoming almost impossible to get from there now. But there are a few tips which can increase your chances. So they're not going to make you 100% cop, but these will basically give you more chance over someone else. So in order to actually get stuff from there, there's 3 things that you need to do. The first one is that you need multiple Nike sneakers accounts. The second one is that you need a good VPN to protect your IP. And number 3 is that you need good virtual credit cards in order to have more than one payment method. So the first thing is having multiple accounts on Nike sneakers. Now you will not ever cop if you've only got one account unless you get extremely lucky. But that's going to be like a 1 in 1 million case. So it doesn't happen to a lot of people. What you need to do is either make your own accounts directly on Nike sneakers, so you're making like at least 10 accounts minimum, or there are also options online which I'll leave links in the description to, where you can purchase these accounts. Like you can purchase 25, 50, 100, and that will give you all different details and all different names. That's going to basically give you better accounts than if you were to make it yourself. Making it yourself will mean that you need to have multiple phone numbers as well, so you can ask your friends and family and fill in their details. But if you're buying it already, it's going to have all the numbers set, all the emails set, and it will give you all those details as well. So if you cop from one of those accounts that you bought from, you'll have all of the shipping details as well. You do also input your own details and your own name, so should anything happen with your shipping, you can provide your ID and that package will be linked to your name and your address. Now the second thing was actually to have a good IP address in order to protect your IP. But you're probably wondering, why do you need to protect your IP? Well, in some cases it has been noted that Nike sneakers do actually ban IP addresses because they realize that you're using multiple accounts. If you're using multiple accounts on the same Wi-Fi, then obviously it's going to get flagged up, and although you may get away with it, you also don't want to take that risk because obviously you really want that shoe. So make sure you've got a good IP. Now the one that I used to use was called UVPN, but I don't think that's very good anymore because I had a lot of people in my comment section saying that doesn't work for them. So obviously I can't give you all of the details because I haven't researched a good VPN for myself yet. I'm still coming across one. But if you guys do know of anyone, please leave it in the comments so a lot of other people as well can benefit from that. What you need to have is an IP address that changes your location but within the same country. So for example, if you have a VPN address and change your location to the US, your Nike sneakers will basically change to the US version of the site, which means the drop will change, everything will change. And you cannot ship obviously from the US with Nike all the way to the UK. So make sure your VPN is set to your country, in my case the UK, but it just gives you a different IP than the one of your Wi-Fi. You can do 2 accounts on your Wi-Fi address, 2 accounts on a VPN, so there's 2 different IP addresses, and you can also do 2 accounts on your mobile data or something, and that's basically 6 accounts all with different VPNs. I'd probably limit it to about 3 accounts per IP address, but you can get multiple VPNs set up with multiple Google Chrome profiles. So now you've got your multiple Nike sneakers accounts that you've either made or bought. You've also got a good IP address set up on multiple Google Chrome profiles. The third thing is that you need a good provider for virtual credit cards. So as I said, I'm based in the UK, so for me the best credit card provider or virtual credit card provider is Revolut. That's a company which basically you put your card details in and it'll give you 5 virtual credit cards with different numbers, which would still take payment from your one credit card, if that makes sense. So if you're copying, so for example, if you're trying to get a shoe from Nike sneakers and you've used your 5 virtual credit card numbers, which are all different on 5 different accounts, the money which will come out from those credit cards will be from your personal account. It is a bit complicated to understand, but the more you use the app and the more you use the website, the easier it is to actually comprehend what it's all about. So yeah, that's the main 3 things that you need in order to cop from Nike sneakers. Now obviously it is a pain because if you're in the UK you have to wake up at 8 AM and set this all up. So you probably have to get up at around 7:30 in order to actually increase your chances. And even then you're not really guaranteed, so it is quite a long process. But if you do really want a shoe, that's what you're going to have to do in order to, because obviously if you are familiar to the sneaker world and the sneaker community, you know that bots are taking over. Now let's go on to some frequently asked questions which were asked in my previous video, the one that hit around 50k views, and I'll just give you like a quick answer to all of those questions. So the first comment is actually from a user called Zach Bruce. Thank you for watching my videos and supporting. He said, "Hey man, great vid. When you come to putting the virtuals in, are you still using the name on the card details?" Now this was a frequently asked question that a lot of people had. The way that I actually use virtual credit cards is I put my name in, but I change it every so often. So if I have 5, so for example, if I have 3 virtual credit cards, and my name is John Smith. I'll do John Smith number 1, John S for the second one, and then J Smith for the third one. So you're changing it here and there. You don't have to have each one differently, but it is good to also change your details up here and there. Now the next 2 comments I wanted to add in here are from Sean Rich and AJ Coulter. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sean Rich says, out of the 100 plus how to cop guides, this is the most useful. It took me a couple months just to learn a lot of these basics. Respect for looking out for the common man. Thank you for supporting me, Sean Rich, and thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. And AJ says, watched a few vids and yours is by far one of the clearest to understand. So once again, thank you guys for supporting. The support has been incredible. I'm so close to 5,000 subscribers now. I never thought that would happen when I started my YouTube channel, because I'm just doing this from a hobby point of view. I never looked to actually grow to incredible like thousands of subscribers like I have now. So yeah, thank you for supporting me and supporting my channel. It means a lot. The next commonly asked question was from DeAndre, and he says, so does VPN help you to avoid using proxies? Yes and no. Proxies are obviously going to give you more security on your IP address and on your internet, but if you are looking to not pay the extortionate prices that some of these successful proxies are, then a VPN will be more than adequate. I would recommend using proxies if you are using a bot though. But if you're not using a bot and you're just like a common man, then obviously a VPN will be more than adequate, so you don't need to worry about proxies. The next question is from Anton Smith. He says, hello, quick question. If you buy multiple accounts with different addresses, how will you get the shoes if it's at a different address than where you live? Really need help, please. That's a really good question. When you buy the accounts from Nike SNKRS, you do not have different address. You put your own address in it. It gives you, the only thing that the online accounts that you buy give you is the email address. It fills out the verified number, so you don't need to worry about verifying it when a drop comes. And yeah, I think that's it. So the rest of the details you add yourself. Now this one is from Allah. He says, bro, honestly great video. Just want to ask, why do we have to get a VPN to change IP addresses? Doesn't making multiple Chrome users automatically do that for you? Or do we have to get a VPN and use multiple Chrome users at the same time for it to work? If so, why is this? Can't you just use the multiple Chrome users without VPN? Now your IP address is actually based on your Wi-Fi that you're using, so making multiple Chrome users does not do that, because that's for Chrome, it's not for the Wi-Fi, if that makes sense. So you will 100% need a VPN unless you're using something like your data as well, which will give you a different VPN. So that's it for today's video. I hope that did help you on increasing your chances on Nike sneakers. I also hope that you guys found it helpful with the frequently asked questions. Please once again make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. Turn that bell notification on as well so you get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for all watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.